Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's episode of NAWA Championship Wrestling. I'm joined by CJ Bentley, but we're off to hot and heavy action. Jonny Ryda versus Chris Thunder Anderson. And Jonny Ryda just took Chris Thunder Anderson off his feet with that fist. He can knock people out with one of those, CJ.
Now, Michael, that's no easy task up there to knock a big man like Thunder down.
No, he's evil, mean, and nasty, as the T-shirt says, but Ryda has taken him off his feet. This match looks like it could be over, but I just heard the bell ring, and we're officially underway, CJ.
That's right, Michael. You see here with Ryda looking again to punch him out again with one more punch. Thunder blocks it, and a good punch from Thunder.
And you know, Thunder is a member of the Carolina Cartel, and they've been running rampant over people here in NAWA. They even attacked Jonny Ryda after that dog collar match where the blood spilled everywhere against Thomas Extreme. So you know there's some hatred here from Jonny as he's looking to get some revenge for being attacked. Oh, just a rake to the eyes. Thunder Anderson not following the rules, but does the Cartel follow the rules, CJ?
Not to my knowledge. Ever since I've known them here in the North American Wrestling Alliance, they've run ramshot over everybody, taking titles, putting people out of wrestling, hurting people.
And look at it, just working over the arm. That's kind of an Anderson tradition. Work the arm, take that body part apart, and just go to work on it. And that looks to be what Thunder Anderson is doing here to Jonny Ryda. I've seen him hurt people. Oh, God. Holy Christ. He hurts people with that move, CJ.
My God, look at that left arm, how it bent back. The arm wasn't made to bend like that, Michael. It wasn't made to be contorted like that.
And we've seen him use that on several occasions over the past couple of years to hurt people and win matches, and that's what Chris Thunder Anderson is good at, is hurting people and winning matches.
Well, you know, as you and Red Beard have mentioned before, Chris is a member of the famous wrestling Anderson family. Jonny Ryda coming back now, trying to catch even with him here. In the ropes he goes. A big boot from Thunder puts Ryda back on the mat.
Always looking to be one step ahead is Chris Thunder Anderson, and there he was. He's had that move scouted out, knew that Jonny Ryda was coming with that forearm. And look, right back to that left arm goes Chris Thunder Anderson, and Jonny Ryda is in some serious pain. Just wrenching on it, pulling it back. Like you said, it was not meant to bend this way, but Thunder is going to test that theory out.
He's going to see just how far he can bend it without breaking it, and he may even break it. Thunder's been known to hurt people. That's his repertoire. It's hurting people, putting them out of wrestling.
But Jonny Ryda, he's backwoods strong from the backwoods of Alexander County. He's going to fight until he can't fight no more. And look at that, with the clothesline, taking him off his feet, going for the cover. Only a 2 count there, not good enough to put the big man away with that clothesline.
You know what? You're not going to pin Thunder with just a clothesline. Thunder's a big man, been wrestling for years. See, like I said, he's already coming back, cut the man off. Don't know what quite that was, but cut him off again and give him an elbow to the stomach, and Thunder's going back to work on Jonny Ryda.
And they're just kicking him in the ribs, kicking the man while he's down. And that's something the Cartel has been known to do, known to be good for, and that's something that Anderson is doing here, and he's just taking it to, oh, wait a minute. As I say, he's taking it to him. Ryda putting all his weight down and rolling Thunder Anderson up with the schoolboy, and he just got the 3 count, CJ Bentley.
Oh, my God, Michael, that has to be the upset of the year with Jonny Ryda pinning big Chris Thunder Anderson.
Well, that's an impressive win. He continues his winning streak as Jonny Ryda. CJ, you're going to head down to the ring. You've got an interview segment with Stuart Snodgrass. Head on down there, but man, what a victory here for Jonny Ryda over Chris Thunder Anderson. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this happened just last week on our episode. The show ended before we could catch up with George South and Chad Bird, but as you can see, Golden Gladiator number 2 using that coal miner's glove to hit James Brody. Chad Bird stopping him from winning the match illegally. George South picks the glove up. We all were under the impression that George South was going to hit James Brody or Golden Gladiator number 2 with that coal miner's glove, but as you're going to see here in just a few seconds, George South did something uncharacteristically of him, and he hit his tag team partner, his longtime friend Chad Bird, with that glove. We were unable to catch up with George and Chad after the show, but our cameras did. They rolled after, and this is what they both had to say.
Hold on, what happened in there? Yeah, what happened? What happened again, George, Chad? Huh? Chad? Cut!
George, what happened out there tonight? You turning your back on the fans out here?
Oh, well, you know, the way it is, old Chad, you know, I've known him for a long, long time, and he's just, I don't know, he can't make his mind up. You know, I told him if he came back, we'd take this thing serious, and, you know, maybe we can win those World Tag Belts, and he's just got so much going on. You know, he just opened up this huge Harley Davidson shop, and so he's taken away from the team that we had, and we'll see. I mean, the ball's in his court. I just left a little message tonight, so we'll just kind of see what he has to say about this. But you know, if you're in it, you're in it. If you're not, then I understand. But maybe I just helped him make his mind up tonight. So
did you join the cartel?
No. I don't know what anything out. You know, it's between me and my partner. So the cartel and all that, you know, I may talk to them this week. I don't know. I keep all my doors open, all the options open. But you know, the ball's in. Like I said before, the ball's in my partner's hands, and we'll see if he wants to take this stuff serious or just you know concentrate on us and those NAWA World Belts, or just do what he's been doing. So he don't answer my calls. He don't want to go on the road with me. So we'll just see what happens. So we'll see. It's the ball's in his court. Thank you.
Hey, here we are. We're all getting ready. We're going to give Tweedledum and Idiot Boy a tag team title match, maybe. And then and then Big Dog here, he's going to face I wish I was the Boogie Woogie Man Richards. And,
really? I got Mickey Richards.
Yeah, he's going to come out and woo and and he's like, hey, this gimmick didn't get over in 50 years. I'm going to try it. And what are you doing, Thomas?
He doesn't even have a belt. What is he doing? What are you doing?
This makes no sense sometimes. Hey, how's the trip coming along? Y'all got it planned?
Yes. Everything's already paid for. Everything's planned. So I need to make sure that Thomas here is going to take care of that, because I'm going on vacation. I deserve a vacation.
Yeah, you need to get oiled up.
Yeah.
I think Thomas will do the right
But yeah, Mickey Richards, not going to happen. Burr County idiots, don't worry about it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from the cartel. No telling what they're up to, but you know, CJ Bentley is down in the ring now, and outcoming is our television champion. He just won the championship last Saturday on the program, defeating Drew Hood in that 20-minute Ironman match, but he has requested this time in the ring to talk to the fans. There's a lot of rumors swirling around, a lot of people whispering about what this is about. You know, what I've heard, it probably isn't good, but you know, unfortunately, that's what happens in professional wrestling. People get hurt, things happen, but who knows exactly what Stuart Snodgrass has on his mind. But he's out here. He's going to be talking with CJ Bentley here in the ring in just a moment. We do know that he defended that championship at a house show in Dallas, North Carolina against Chance Riser, and he did win that match. Obviously, he still wouldn't have the championship here with him, but Stuart walking gingerly around the ring. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if this is going to be good news or not. Maybe the reign of Snodgrass as TV champion, everybody's favorite nerd, is going to come to a halt very quickly, or maybe I'm wrong. But again, if you listen to the rumors going around, this is not going to be a good announcement. But we're going to take it down to the ring. CJ is with Stuart Snodgrass, and we're going to let these guys get out what they've got to get out. And again, you know, looking at him trying to get in, barely able to get into the ring. Unfortunately, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this may not be good news.
As some of you know, you may have read on the internet, read on our Facebook page, that Stuart Snodgrass was injured recently in a match. And therefore, he's unable to defend the NAWA Internet Television Championship. So Stuart, the board of directors has authorized me to have you turn over the title. I know it's heartbreaking to you.
I know. Isn't it beautiful?
It's a very beautiful title.
I know. I don't want to give it up. But I have to. Hello, everybody. We got to give chances to other people, okay? I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Thank you. Give yourself a round of applause. Oh, yeah. I just wanted to say that I wrestled in a sanctioned match for this title against Chance Ryder, and I did unfortunately injure my groin. A grade 2 tear, but I wanted to let all of you know that I tore it in the match, but I finished the match and I still won! That's right! But we do have to give chances to other people, so I will reluctantly give up this title. Thank you everybody for supporting me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stuart Snodgrass relinquishing the NAWA Television Championship 1 week after winning it here on the program against Drew Hood. The second NAWA TV champion in the history of the championship has given it up due to injury. He has tore his groin in a match in Dallas, North Carolina that he had this week. Sad to see, but the TV championship definitely will not be upheld for long. I'm sure that NAWA management is going to get that situation taken care of, and we wish Stuart the best in his recovery, and we hope to see him back here on the program very, very soon.
Hey, we need our own interview time with the CJ out of the picture. Come here, we're talking the Golden Thunder or the Golden Gladiators / Thunder, and they've got another gladiator. Boys, we got another chance to get y'all for the tag belts. And we're going to take them, and all of it's going to be done and over with. Tell them, Brody.
Hey, brother, it's like this. I might be a little calm today, but this is just the calm before the storm, because you boys, Cartel or Wartel or Juarez or whatever you're called, we're coming at you, and we're coming at you hard like the BCB always do. So you look out, because we're coming to win those tag titles.
And we're taking you in. We're taking you down from the inside out.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the DH and HD show featuring professional wrestling and friends. I'm your host, the megastar, Drew DH and HD Hood. And now, Dwayne and I have a very special guest that we want to bring on. A very esteemed up-and-comer here in the Carolinas. Somebody that I actually kind of consider a friend. He is the #1, Cameron Jackson. Cameron, step on out here. Cameron, how are you doing today?
I'm alive and well. How about you?
I'm doing pretty decently, even though some environmental factors have been playing into my mental stability, but that's A-okay. Cameron, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. I wanna hand you this microphone, this symbol of power, this wand to create magic on the microphone. I want you to just tell everybody behind the camera, out in the cheap seats, out in the front row, out in the locker room, everywhere, what you are feeling at this very moment. Dwayne, let's hand it over.
Well, to be quite honest, I'm feeling a little unsettled, unmoved, and unbothered because I am comfortable with the fact that I have climbed the ladder here in NAWA. I'm comfortable with the fact that I might even, not always, grab the brass ring. I'm comfortable with that because that falls on my shoulders. But the shoulders of NAWA, they lift the burden and throw it onto you. They throw it onto me. They throw it onto him and him and him. Everybody around, they throw it on everybody. So all I'm gonna say is this: I could sit here and complain even more, but I've got tons of CJE exclusive footage on the way. So check this out. Thank you for all you've done. Thank you for what's about to happen next.
Signing off. Catch you soon.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a lot happening on the program. You just saw the DH and HD show with Drew Hood, the former NAWA TV champion. And I'm now joined again by CJ Bentley. CJ, very emotional in-ring segment there with Stuart giving up the TV championship just after winning it recently last week on the program.
Michael, it was very tough for me to sit there and listen to Stuart, which is a good friend of mine. I've known him for a pretty good while. Good friend of mine. The fans love him. The fans are so sorry about what had happened to him. But knowing Stuart, he'll heal up and get the title back at some point in time.
Enough about Stuart Snodgrass. Allegedly everybody's favorite nerd. I really don't care for the guy. Sorry he got hurt, blah, blah, blah. But now it's time, CJ. We're in the ring already for our main event this week. It's tag team action. We have Tony Benge and Myric Moore, the Irish hand grenade, taking on the unlikely pairing of Jaeger, who seems to think he's a superhero, and one of my favorites, Big Time Ya. This is neither of these teams have tag teamed together before, but it looks like Jaeger getting the best of Tony Benge early on in this contest, just throwing him around like a rag doll.
Again, we talked about the experience part. Tony Benge's been around for a long time. Jet Jaeger, just a short time in this business. Big Time Ya, not long. Irish hand grenade Myric Moore has considerable experience. And then, but you see here, this guy, Jet Jaeger, the universal hero, here, going to take care of some business with Tony Benge.
Well, obviously, like you just said, the experience advantage in terms of lengthening the business goes to Tony and Myric. But again, does this guy have superpowers? I mean, have you talked to him yet? I mean, I don't know what the deal is. He's walking around with his cleaning gloves on. I don't know exactly what's going on with this kid. Has he got magic power? That stuff's not even real, CJ. Come on. You believe this? Come on. We got a superhero?
I talked to him a lot, and he is a universal superhero, but like I say, he doesn't have any superpowers that I know of. The fans love him. The kids love him. Let's see if that's enough to get him by here in the NAWA.
Well, there's a big shoulder tackle taking Tony right off of his feet, but kids and children are they live in an imaginary world, CJ. This is wrestling. This is not, this ain't imaginary. This stuff hurts. You got to play around and think you're invincible. Tony Benge might just slap the taste out of his mouth here in just a second.
Well, that's a good possibility, Michael. Every hero has got to have an antagonist, a villain, to go against. And here, Tony Benge is filling that role. Tony kicked to the midsection.
Look at that. You don't treat the guy with the best wrestling podcast in the business like that, or he'll kick you right in the gut. Oh, come on. You can't treat him like that.
You're right about that, Michael. You see Jet Jaeger here with it, the arm bar, working the left arm.
Come on, CJ. You got to put it over. It's the Benge Buster podcast. You got to be a guest on there, CJ. We got to get that set up. Tony, if you're watching, call this man. We're going to get him on the podcast.
Call me, Tony. We'll get it set up. Here we go to Big Time Ya. Now, for a 300-pounder, Michael, this guy can move. This guy is very agile for a 300-pounder.
That's why they don't call him the gifted one for nothing, but a quick veteran move, a rake to the eye, but not enough to keep Big Time Ya from arm dragging Myric Moore right off of his feet. You can see the eye, he's scrunching the eye. Maybe it's going to affect his vision later on here in this matchup.
Big Time Ya got the arm bar on Myric Moore this time. Ref asked him he's going to give up. Myric's not going to give up on something like an arm bar. You're going to have to put this man in the grave to get him to give up.
NAWA senior official, head official, Trayton Bigelow getting in there, doing the work as Big Time Ya continues to wrench that arm. And Myric Moore is feeling the pain, trying to reach out to his partner, trying to get to the ropes. Round and around we go and down to the mat. Do-si-do to the floor, CJ.
Big Time Ya once again with that hammerlock working the left arm. Now he's going. While we talked a while ago about Thunder, he's going to wrench that arm here and maybe try to force Myric Moore to give up.
You got to say it, Big Time Ya, since returning to NAWA, has been undefeated except for one blemish on his record, and that was against Adam James, and that happened under questionable circumstances at the end of the match. And also, Myric Moore in singles competition is undefeated here in NAWA, but in tag teams, he hasn't fared so well. Maybe his luck will change here today, but not so lucky as he's knocked to the floor right off of his feet, out to the padding.
My God, he went up there and he hit his head on that padding. And that padding is not too thick out there, Michael. It gives a little bit of protection, but not a whole lot.
Tony probably just asked him if he wanted to be on his podcast, but I don't think Myric's thinking about the podcast right now, CJ.
Right now, he's thinking about just trying to survive Big Time Ya. Referee Trayton Bigelow is doing his count, exercising the 10 count to get Myric Moore back in the ring.
Well, these guys are wily veterans. I'm sure they're going to stay on the floor as long as they can before the 10 count and break it. They're not faring so well as a new tag team, and I'm kind of actually impressed with the combination of Ya and Jet. They've looked to be way more polished so far in this contest early on, CJ.
They have worked together better than the team of Myric Moore and Tony Benge.
That teamwork coming to a halt right there with that big knee to the gut.
You don't care how big you are, how strong you are. You get kicked in the midsection, knocks the wind out of you, it'll take you down, Michael.
Yeah, I've been kicked in the stomach several times, and it will knock you right off your feet. But big time, y'all, a big double clothesline. Not off of his feet for very long. This big man, like you said, look at that, a hurricane.
My God, Hurricane Rod, a 320-pound man.
And Tony Benge oh, look at the vertical leap on that drop kick from Big Time Ya, and he has cleaned house here in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why he is the gifted one, Michael. He's now both men are outside the ring once again. The referee's exercising the 10 count. Might have a little bit of problem here between these guys.
Well, they smartly got out on the floor and they're regrouping. I have to give them that. That is pretty smart, especially when Big Time Ya gets a rolling. You do not want to be in front of that train. And here comes Tony Benge. Is he the legal man here, CJ? I believe so. He's looking to shake the hand of Big Time Ya. Oh, look, I don't think Big Time Ya was born yesterday. I don't think he's going to fall for that trick.
Tony trying to slow the momentum down here this match. Maybe get things going back in their way. Kick to the stomach.
Oh.
Big Time Ya caught it.
Spins him right around and gives him a big old atomic drop. And Tony B's looking to get out of the ring, but Big Time Ya not letting him. And then comes that superhero? Yeah, superhero. We'll go with it, CJ.
Here comes the superhero in the ring. Double elbow by them. Again, they're doing some good tag team action here at this time, Michael. They're working together pretty well as a team. Gelling together. He's going back to Tony Benge, this Jaeger, the universal hero. Got him in a headlock there, working the head. Handful of hair there by Tony Benge. Referee Trayton Bigelow right in there to do his work.
Well, I know all this guy. I spoke to him a little bit, CJ. He wants to promote kindness and justice and yada, yada, yada. He wants to climb to the heights of wrestling, but you're not going to climb anywhere when you're in the ring with someone that's smarter than you, like Myric Moore, just pulling him down right by the hair. Look at this, not even making the tag. Referee Trayton Bigelow being distracted by Big Time Ya, and now just wrenching that neck. All the pressure on the neck of Jaeger. Maybe those little kids could start cheering for him. It'll feel a little bit better, CJ, but I don't think that's going to feel better with cheering or not.
Looks like he may have to reach into his utility belt, Michael, and pull out some kind of gadget to win this match.
All right, buddy. He's not Batman, but he's fighting back. Look at this fist, kick, karate kick. Oh, and no matter how many fists or kicks you do, it's not going to stand up to a stiff clothesline across the face when it's delivered by the barrel-chested, battle-tested Myric Moore.
Absolutely, Michael. Myric Moore, again, he's got that low center of gravity. Hard to move a man like him. Now Tony Benge comes in, kick to the chest area of Jaeger.
And Tony Benge, he was trained by the legendary Hall of Famer Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant. If Jimmy was watching this match, I don't think he'd be too pleased with the way his protege, one of his former students, is representing him here. But Tony's going to try to win by any means necessary. He hasn't had much luck in the winning department here in NAWA Championship Wrestling, but looks like he might be on his way to a victory here this week with Myric Moore at the rate they're going.
He picks him up now and sets him up. Also, Myric Moore come in for another boot to the chest. Tony with a big double axe on to the back. Myric Moore picks up Jaeger. He's right there. We go. He's working his strong points, the bear hug. He's working on that back that they've been working on the most of the match.
And he's just whipping him around like a rag doll. Myric Moore showing the brute strength that he is known for. You do not want to be in the clasp hands of Myric Moore in a bear hug, CJ.
No, you don't, Michael.
Wait a minute, he made a tag to Big Time Ya, but the referee.
Look, the referee back. The referee has back turned. He's not going to allow it, Michael. He's not going to allow it to happen. The referee's got to see it before he can call it.
And the head official, Trayton Bigelow, doing what he thinks is the right thing, but the tag was made. And look at this, behind the referee's back, Jaeger is just being brutalized, choked. Now the referee's seeing it, but the damage is already done. Big Time Ya was tagged, CJ, but again, if they don't see it, it is not allowed.
Absolutely, Michael. The referee's got to see that before he can call anything. People They poke fun at the referees all night long, but the referees has a hard job here, especially in the North American Wrestling Alliance.
And as you can tell, as this match goes on, the team of Benge and Moore are really building momentum and chemistry, and they are really starting to work like a well-oiled machine. As this is something I'm not used to seeing Myric Moore do, and that's go up to the top rope. But, you know, his arsenal is varied, but here he comes off the top rope. Oh, with a big kick right into the midsection. The superhero, Jaeger, able to fend off that attack. Both men are down, CJ. Jaeger is in desperate need of making that tag to Big Time Yah.
Now let's see if he can get over and make the tag. If he can make the tag and get Big Time Yah another fresh man, then they might still have a chance in this match.
Oh, but look at that, grabbing the foot. Myric Moore knows that he has to keep Jaeger isolated on their side of the ring, but Ben he didn't hold him long enough. Big Time Yah's in, cleaning house with the elbows and clotheslines, taking both men off their feet, coming in like a, holy Christ, what a super kick.
My God, look at that.
And that man is athletic as anybody I've ever seen. Look at this, he's got him up. He's setting him up for what,
one-handed. Oh my God.
Huge power slam, going for the cover. Oh.
Myric Moore come in and breaks the count, saves his partner in this match.
He didn't make the save there. I think this match would have been over. And look at this. Myric Moore is not happy with what is going on right now in this matchup.
He's laying the boots there to Big Time Yah.
Obviously, now he is the legal man after Benge makes the tag. But my goodness, CJ, Big Time Yah almost ended this match in the blink of an eye. But now Myric Moore in charge. Oh, he puts people away with that flipping neck breaker. That's his finishing move. He needs to quit jacking jaw with the fans, CJ, and go for the win.
Tony Benge just tagged himself in here.
Uh-oh.
Now we're going. What's happening here, Michael?
They're arguing. Tony's saying, I've never won a match here on the show. I got to get this pin. Then people might listen to my podcast.
But they're giving away some very valuable time here, giving y'all time to recuperate.
Definitely more than 3 seconds there to make this cover. Tony Benge finally down. 2. Oh, and he just throws him off.
Look, the strength of Big Time Yah, the power of that man.
They have let the man recuperate and recover on the mat while they argued over who would get the win. CJ, this might not end well for Tony Benge. Myric Moore just hopped off the apron. Look at this, rolls him up. 1, 2, 3, and there you go. The winners, Big Time Yah, and everybody's new superhero, Jaeger, are your winners here in the main event on NAWA Championship Wrestling. I'm very surprised at this new duo. Maybe we'll see more of them in the future, CJ. I'm not real sure.
It's a good possibility, you know, and a win like this could put him in contention for the tag titles. You know, they got to work their way up as a tag team, but who knows? They could be going after the tag titles at some point.
Could very well possibly be, and then you got to wonder about the tension now between Myric Moore and Tony Benge after that big screw-up at the end. They had this match in hand, but arguing over who was going to get the 3 count led to this team right here, ladies and gentlemen. Jaeger and Big Time Yah, the gifted one, winning your main event here this week. And look, Myric Moore looks extremely frustrated with Tony Benge right now, and he should very well be. He had this match won. All he had to do was just make the cover.
You're right, Michael. And look here, they're in some tension in the ring right now. You can cut it with a knife and stick in there.
Oh, they're making up. Whoa, wait a minute.
Look at there. Uh-oh, my God.
He's had enough of Tony Benge and his handshakes. He's just choking him out. Myric Moore, a snap, CJ.
That's why they call him the Irish.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Big Time Yah back in the ring now.
Coming to the rescue of his opponent. Now look at these two men face to face. Man, this will be an exciting matchup to see. Oh, he just pie-faced him.
Oh, my dear God, here comes a strong right hand from the Big Time. Oh, they're changing right hands, Michael.
Well, this is 2 big bulls going at it right here, right after your main event, ladies and gentlemen. And Myric Moore getting out of there. He's smartly getting out of dodge, but Big Time Yah is right on his heels. Oh
my God, clothesline to the back of the head, and now they're still fighting outside the ring.
I don't think this NAWA arena here is big enough to handle this brawl, but I guess this isn't finished between these two men here, as Myric Moore and Big Time Yah are just beating the crap out of each other.
My God, look at that. They're exchanging right hands.
All the way to the
back. All the way to the very back.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we got. We'll see you right here next week on NAWA Championship Wrestling.